Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Amelia G, and in today's video, we're going to talk to you about the Carnival cruise ship.
You know, we've done these videos like, have we done together about 5?
Sure.
You never said my name. Anywho, back to...
Because it's your girl Amelia G. And Cliff P. How about that? So anyway, we're talking about our first experience together on a cruise. I am not a person that is a trip planner. That's not me, okay? I don't serve in the ministry, okay? I don't. You tell me where you want to go, and if I like the idea, then we can go. And if I don't, you can just go back to the drawing board.
Or go by yourself.
Or go by yourself and enjoy yourself.
That's how she is, y'all, for real.
So Cliff decided for our honeymoon, how about we go on a cruise? And I was like, sure. So I called up my cousin because she's the dealer. Okay, I called up my cousin and I was like, cuz. And she was like, let me send y'all some dates. She found the dates and we secured the dates, and that's what that was. So anyway, we get to New Orleans and we check in, and we had enough time to just be in New Orleans. You know, when you're in New Orleans, you gotta walk Bourbon Street. So we go to this restaurant, and you know how it is on Bourbon Street, like you got your random restaurants, and they sit us beside a window. Well, the window wasn't like a window, like touch glass. It was like a cutout. People from the outside could speak to people on the inside. So all of a sudden, this random guy walks up. I stopped eating. I'm getting the itis, and I can feel my eyes getting heavy. I'm gonna let Cliff finish the story.
So, this random guy walks up to the window. Picture this as her plate. The food on her plate was stacked about that high. So I had like shrimp and grits or something like that. So he sees me eating my food while her food sits there getting cold, and she's not eating at this point. He sees me eating my food, and he literally walks up to the window, looks me dead in my eyes, and says these exact words to me. You need to get your shit together. I said, why? I was confused. I was taken aback. So he said, why you sitting there eating and she ain't eating? You need to get your shit together.
It was so funny because I was like,
look at this plate.
I was like, I am eating.
First thing I thought, I was like, man, it ain't even been 24 hours we've been married and I already got checked on you.
So next morning we get up, and when you in New Orleans, you already know you gotta go to Cafe Du Monde.
Cafe Du Monde.
So we went to Cafe Du Monde and we got our beignets. So we get on the ship, and I was like, wow, this is huge. I had never been on a ship. It's a totally different experience. Of course, we had to wait for our rooms to be flipped. So it was just a waiting process. So anyway, in our moments of going up to the Lido deck, we get in the elevator, and it was Cliff and myself. Another couple had got on. Then it was another couple, and then a dad and his daughter. Out of all of us that were on there, I believe there was just one person that was already intoxicated. The lady looks at the little girl and she was like, how old are you? She gives the lady her age. I think she said like 10, 9. I don't know how old she said. She was young. So the lady was like,
oh, that's so nice of you to come on a ship. I have a daughter that's such and such age, and I was trying to get her to go, but she was like, I don't want to be in the middle of the ocean with all those sharks.
So, I was really not paying attention to this lady after she said all that. So she was still conversing with the little girl. And after she stopped, she then said the same question.
How old are you?
I had no idea she was talking to me. So Cliff nudges me, and he was like, she talking to you? And I was like, me? Oh, I'm 35. I promise you, she was no longer intoxicated. I was like, yeah, just got married. I was like, so you're saying he's my dad? You're my father. So yeah, that was the moment that we had. And so yeah, we get to the Lido deck finally, and we had both made a pact that we were going to drink, indulge, well, not more so indulge, but just pretty much drink alcohol. Yeah, we don't drink. Saw one of the servers walk by, he had a drink.
Yo, and it looked real like, yo. I fell in love with just the look of
the presentation. We stopped him when he had walked back to the bar. He's like, "Sir, can we get that same drink that you just served those people?" And he was like, "Sure." As we're drinking it, we're like, "Yeah, it tastes good. It's good." Of course, we're like, "This is it. This is a drink we gonna be drinking the whole time." We didn't even know what the name of it was. The guy never told us what it was. I took a picture and I sent it to my cousin, and she was like, "Oh, I think that's called a Miami Vice." So now y'all know what we're talking about. That was day one.
Greatest thing on earth.
Also on day one, we found out that they had guy burgers on the ship. And this guy right here loves burgers. And for it to be a guy burger, if you've never had one.
I never had a guy burger until that moment.
If you've never had one, I'm sorry. But anyway, guy burgers, we ate it every day. Monday comes up. Now, Monday, Tuesday, we are days at sea. Our routine, we get up, we go get breakfast, we walk around, we go.
First, we're early to get breakfast.
Early.
We don't wait until everybody else is out there and you have to stand in 25-minute lines and nothing like that. We are early.
We were like number one. And then two, we were early birds. Then we would walk around the ship and we would go back to our room. We would get on the balcony because we had a balcony room. We would sit on the balcony.
And do old folk stuff. It was just the wind in our hair, just watching the still ocean.
Then we would go and watch a movie because they had movie channels. And then we end up going to sleep. Then we wake up for lunch. We go get a guy burger. That was that Monday. So after lunch is when we got a Miami Vice. This Miami Vice, though, we got two of them. One for him and one for me. We tasted this Miami Vice.
And it was a bit strong.
And I was like,
this ain't what we had yesterday.
Like, yours tastes like this? Yours tastes like this? I was confused. I was like, what's in this? And we was like, for real. This one has alcohol in it. So what we had the previous day was a Miami Vice Virgin. Okay, it was so nasty. Like I couldn't even like drink the rest of it. He'll take it for the team. I can't do it. It was so nasty.
Think about it like this. I think the drinks were like $10 each or something like that.
Alcohol beverages you paying for?
It was like $9 or $10. So I was like, I'm not wasting no money. Go ahead and drink it.
And so he did. I couldn't do it. It was so gross. I was just like, this is what alcohol tastes like. And then two, before we even went on a cruise, the wedding night, they gave us a complimentary bottle of champagne.
Yes, at the hotel that we stayed at.
Yeah.
At the Westin.
We was like, this is our opportunity to start drinking alcohol because I feel like I'm on the road to being alcoholic. So anyway, we opened up the bottle and Cliff does the traditional popping and everything like he knew what he was doing.
Hey, should have had a video camera on me at that point because I popped that joint.
So
we toasted. I drank some, and I was like, "It tastes like burnt hairspray." He's like,
Of all things,
burnt hairspray. I was like, "Yeah, it tastes like burnt hairspray."
It was nasty. It was very nasty.
Fast forwarding to the night we get to New Orleans, we had another complimentary bottle of champagne, and I drank it. So I was like, "Okay, prayerfully it'll be different." I drank it. It's the same thing. It tastes like burnt hairspray.
I tried. I drank like 2 glasses I tried. It just wasn't, no.
What do your taste buds have to be like to appreciate champagne? I'm not a fan of the alcoholic beverages.
So, on to the next day. We felt a little bit adventurous. And we went to the rum bar to get a drink. Just,
We really tried, guys.
So we ended up getting something called the Chipotle something. So first sip, it was like, what? Let me say this. Mine wasn't good whatsoever, but it was extremely better than what she had. And that was the most horrible drink I've ever had in my life.
Even though we don't know about alcohol, we know not to get that. Now let's talk about dinner on the cruises. You can choose to eat on the buffets 24 hours. However, we did buffet one day, and that was it.
If it wasn't a guy burger or the pizza late at night,
Oh yeah,
or the formal dinner, we didn't eat anything.
we went to the formal dining room, and that first night we went, they had lobster tails.
Lobster.
It was lobster tails and pork chops. I knew that you could get both of them. All right. As we're sitting there eating, we're placed by another couple. So this couple was from California, I believe. And the guy just started talking to us. And once we ordered our food, he had stopped the server and was like, "Sir, may I please just have another order of lobster tail?"
He didn't just say another order. He said, "Can I get 2 more orders of lobster tail?" Like, he just ordered 2 more lobster tails. You got to pay for the extra stuff.
Granted, this had been my first time, so I did not know how the food ordering worked. You know, I didn't know if it was you were only selected a certain amount. I didn't know. So the guy begins telling us, basically Cliff, since he saw Cliff's reaction, he was like, "Oh, you can order however much you want." He was like, "I'm on my 7th one." We was like, 7
lobster tails? For real, lobster tails.
Yeah, so Cliff
I said, bet.
Cliff was ever so excited that we sat beside these people because they showed him the way.
I ordered like 6 more lobster tails.
So as we were there the first night and we were finishing up our food, they brought us out this dessert. And the dessert, the cake said, "Happy Honeymoon." I was like, who you told we was on our honeymoon?
I don't know about this.
How they know we was on our honeymoon? Come to find out, my cousin, because she was our travel agent, okay, she made sure that we had a gift, I guess you could say. So we were in love with the fact that we could get whatever we wanted, however much we wanted, in the formal dining room. Like, we were ever so excited. Next morning, we did it all over again. So one thing about cruises, you will be fed. You will be full. You will be appreciative of the chef. Okay? So those were the first 2 days at sea. Our first day docking, we went to Mahogany Bay, and we just went on the beach. We went jet skiing. I was ever so scared for my life because we're out in the middle of the ocean. And Cliff wants to be like Hitch. Y'all seen the movie Hitch? And I'm like, friend, Hitch was on the jet ski by himself. He didn't have somebody on his back scared. Cliff is Ricky Bobby, okay? That should sum him up, okay? He's Ricky Bobby. He does not know medium speed. He only knows fastest, okay?
You're not first, you're last.
So, that was that. Then our next day, we went to Belize.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, we went to Belize. Now, we didn't do much in Belize. We just did a tour.
So let me just give you a brief, scenery of what it looked like. In Belize, the boat had to dock way out in the middle of the water.
Yeah.
Way out.
Yeah.
Had to have been about anywhere close from 3 to 5 miles out.
Yeah.
From the actual dock. So we had to take a shuttle boat to the island. So once we got to the island, there was no going back to the boat
at all
until time.
Exactly. Well, you could have went back. You can go back whenever you wanted to.
It would have been too much of a hassle.
Yeah, that very much so.
We took the tour of Belize, which we were on like a
trolley, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, an extended trolley with different cars. We sat almost at the end, and there was some person that wanted to sit beside us for some odd reason. He wanted to sit right beside us because we spoke to him and his wife or whoever she was talking. Because we spoke to them,
and so that made us best friends. And so you wanted to sit right beside, like, we was like this on the trolley, and I was so uncomfortable. I just sat like this the whole time.
Yeah, I'm like hanging off the trolley, like on the side like this, just hanging on to the little rail.
And then he had the nerve to put his arm around his boot, and his fingertips was touching me. I was like, nah, I'm good. Then we had the old lady cruise on there, and the woman just would not. Belize it or not. Oh, believe, you better believe it. And I was just like, if she said that one more time, I'm going to walk back. It was like you could hear the information that our tour guide was giving us.
The only thing I heard was if you receive a scam call, it's mainly coming from this building right here.
Yeah. We was trying to get the history, and she just wouldn't be quiet. Oh, y'all better believe it. Linda. Oh, and then when we got back from the tour, we got back on the ship and did what? Went to
Guy
Guy Burger. So the day 3 is when we went to Cozumel. So we did ATVs in the jungle. So we're thinking that we're literally about to ride ATVs in the jungle. So we get to the spot to where we learn how to ride the ATVs. Yeah, the training seminar. There we go. And I was like, wait. So we're not riding in the jungle. Wait. So we're trailing behind each other. So the guy was like, "Who knows how to drive one?" Almost everybody was like me.
Of course, we got a little experience on it, so we was at the front of the pack.
And I'm thinking because we at the front, we finna just be gone.
We had to trail the guide.
Yeah.
Just,
I was bored.
yeah,
I was bored, but it was fun because it was different.
we got dirty, dirty.
Like rolling around in red dirt.
Yeah,
Dirty.
real dirty.
Yeah.
After we left there, we went back to the beach. We still had about an hour or so
Yeah.
before we went back to the boat.
Yeah.
So we went back to the beach. Had another Miami Vice from the beach actually.
And he was just so keen on trying to get drunk. I don't know.
I wasn't trying to get drunk. I just wanted to taste it. Like, does it taste the same everywhere? You know. So he gave me one, and it was horrible.
So moral of the story is we don't like alcohol.
Miami Vice is great.
Virgin. Yeah. So we get back to the ship and we do what? Go to Guy Burger. And that was the end of it. So that was Friday. Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that was a Friday. So Saturday we was another day at sea, and then Sunday we returned back to New Orleans. And
We stayed a day.
Yeah, and we went back to the hotel.
That we stayed at first.
Yeah, and that Monday morning we got up on the train, came back home. Yeah, so would we suggest going on a cruise?
Yes.
Yes, but not now.
I can tell you this: if you get bored in one spot real quick, I say only take a 3-day cruise.
Yeah.
Because if you take more than a 3-day cruise and you're bored at a certain point during the cruise, then you can do it.
Yeah.
But stay on the boat.
Yeah.
I would prefer 5 days instead of 7.
I was fine with 7, and then too, it was my first cruise. It was just very relaxing to sit in our room and just watch the water. Like, to me, that was just so relaxing. And at first, our room was not with the balcony, and Cliff was like, "Hey, can we get an upgrade and get a balcony room?" He was like, "You'll like it." I was like, "I don't care." So we did the upgrade and we got the balcony room in.
Yeah. And just for those that have never taken a cruise, if you're on the inside cabin, it's dark.
And then too, if you're that person that you're like, "Well, I'm never gonna be in the room anyway. I want to be partying," because there are a lot of things to do on the cruise. They have like a lot of activities to go on. So if you're that person that you're not gonna stay in the room anyway, then yeah, get an inside room. Go cheap route, cheap route. You know, no windows. I would recommend it, but like now I would not because of COVID. So I don't know. I mean, pre-COVID, yes, I would recommend it. I would have went on a second one, but post-COVID, I don't know. I don't know if I could do Guy Burger. Well, Guy Burgers, they served you.
Yeah, they serve you.
But you do your own condiments. So, I mean, I don't know.
I would risk it.
I would just get mine plain. So, that was our experience. We had fun on it. And I'm glad you chose it. So, thank you. Thank you.
I did something right in my life.
Fine.
Twice.
Finally.
I did 2 things right in my life.
Good job. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and until we make another video, we'll see you then. Don't forget to listen to Nisava. Peace out.
Click subscribe and turn on notifications. Give me a huge thumbs up.